What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We about to take a look at the last in the trilogy of the Unforgiven. This time, we're doing Unforgiven 3 by Metallica, okay? Just a little small disclaimer. I am recording while my son is asleep, okay? He's taking like a little nap. So if you guys see like weird cuts in there, I'm just letting you guys know that that's what it is. But if you don't see any cuts, that means he was a good boy and he stayed asleep the entire time. Anyways, right now, my favorite after looking at the first two is still the first one. But let's go ahead and see what the third one's got in store for us. Shut up and turn it up. Trumpets. Okay, hold on. Before we go into the lyrics, bro, that I can't just go on without remarking that intro. That was something completely different from what I've heard from Metallica. That kind of gave me, like you sitting down like one of those classical, right? Like a classical music kind of thing. Especially when the trumpets came in. I'm assuming that they're trumpets. They could have been French horns as well. But I don't know. I don't know what it was. It just kind of gave me a completely different outlook on what we're about to listen to. It almost kind of gave me, it's like one of them sounds that you listen to when you're watching like a movie or something and somebody's waking up and then they throw open the curtains and they just sitting there staring at the light, right? And the contrast against the sun is creating like this dark silhouette and the pain is just slowly pulling out and then the door closes. That's what I got from the intro. I know it's super weird, but okay.
Gone slide would change his life forever. Set sail to sea, but pulled off course by the light of golden treasure. Was he the one causing pain with his careless dreaming? Been afraid, always afraid of the things he's feeling. He could just be gone. He would just sail on. You just sail on. How can I be lost if I've got nowhere to go? Search for seas of gold. How come it's got so cold? How can I be lost in remembrance I relive? And how can I blame you when it's me I can't forgive?
Okay, hold on, guys. Something's about to come. Okay, so that's interesting. What was now that I'm thinking about it, that lyrics where it says, "How can I forgive you when it's me I couldn't forgive?" So the first one must have been about forgiving. What was it? Forgiving you, forgiving them, and then forgiving me or something like that. I don't know. I probably got them all mixed up except for this third one, since it's the one that's most recent. That's interesting. It's like a tale of, it's like the type of things you go through, like when you, like when you're grieving, and like the five stages of like depression or grievance, whichever one it is. It's like we're going through those 3 steps of forgiving or unforgiving. One thing that I liked about this was sail to sea but pulled off course by the light of golden treasure. That kind of reminds me of that Christian parable where I can't remember the characters, but was it John or somebody was following like Jesus? He said, if you follow me and you keep your eyes on me while I'm going forward, and you don't look at anything else, everything will be good. You're going forward, everything's good, but as soon as you look to the right and you look forward, you're lost, right? It's kind of like you're on track when with your life and everything, but you're being pulled aside by all these distractions and everything that's going on. So I just thought that was interesting. So to me, I can't forgive. It's good. So, not judging.
These days drift on inside a fog. It's thick and suffocating. His sinking life outside its tail, inside intoxicating. He's run aground like his life. Water much too shallow. Slipping fast down with the ship, fading in the shadows now. A castaway, they've all gone away. They've gone away. How can I be lost if I've got nowhere to go? Search for seas of gold. How come it's got so cold? How can I be lost in remembrance I relive? And how can I blame you when it's me I can't forgive?
Okay, guitar low time. Before that guitar low start, because I know this, you usually tell when it comes to song structures when it's about to come. Okay, so it's almost like it's a search for redemption, but at the same time there's confliction, right? When he's saying, "How can I be lost when I got nowhere to go?" So, or how can I be lost if I've got nowhere to go? Search for seas of gold. How come it's got to be so cold? So how can I be lost if I got nowhere to go? It's almost like you don't want to believe that you're lost, right? Because you don't have, like I said, because you don't have a destination. I feel like I'm going somewhere with this. I don't have my thoughts there. So let's go ahead and listen to this guitar low and come back to that.
Forgive me.
Is that a cello?
Forgive me now.
Maybe it's a guitar.
Forgive me. Forgive me not. Forgive me. Forgive me not. Forgive me. Forgive me
Nah, hold on. Bruh. Forget whatever I was thinking about before. That's completely just overtaken me. Bro, the aggression, the intensity, the grunge of it. Yo, that just hits you right there. The first note just right up there, just like it. Yo, okay. Woo. You guys, this was giving me. You guys ever? What are you guys? Pretty much get one of them sunflowers and you start picking off the petals and everything, and you like he said, forgive me not, forgive me not. Sometimes I used to do that a long time ago, like way back in middle school, high school, when I wanted to ask a girl, I'd be like, ask her, don't ask her, I don't. And we've all played certain games with that, some of us while we were children. And the reason why we try to put some of our decision making to these inanimate things is because we can't make these decisions ourselves, because we're at a great confusion, or we're distorted, and we want something else to make the decision for us, right? So when he started saying that, forgive me not, and then the solo moved on, that solo just immediately kind of intensified what this person, whether it be a false story or whatever, is going through. And that's just massive confusion and the want to make this decision, but they can't make it. Right? And he said we saying, why can't I forgive myself? It's causing rage, it's causing confusion, it's intense, you want it to go away, you're deep down inside, you're just ripping out and you're crying out and you're lashing out. And that's what we got from the solo. Now sometimes when we're hearing solos, like it's a build up. Right? It's probably like 16 measures, 32 measures, 64 measures of build up before they go straight into the climax. The entire solo here was climatic. It was just intense right there. And what's interesting about that is usually when we're met with confusion, sometimes in some points, that confusion can be super intense and super strong right then and there, and kind of spring up at you and bite you. So that's what I got with that solo. Oh man, I wasn't ready for it. I mean, y'all saw it, right? What's that I always say? Thou must put forth thine stink face, right? When Metallica bless thy with guitar low. I don't know. Something like that. Ain't no way you listen to that guitar low and ain't feeling it. Even a person who don't listen to metal, I can show this to a monk and he'll be doing flying upward dragon kicks into the sky till he touches the sun. That's what type of solo that was. Amazing.
Set sail to sea, but pull off course by the light of golden treasure. How could he know this new dawn's light would change his life forever? I be lost if I've got nowhere to go? Search for seas of gold. How come it's got so cold? How can I be lost in remembrance I relive? So how can I blame you when it's me I can't forgive?
Amazing. Okay, amazing. I like that little guitar swell right there. Okay, it's kind of like these feelings or anything just swelling up. Okay, so yes, so this third one was out of all the people that you were trying to forgive, you in the end you can't forgive yourself, right? Basically, it's a story of why you can't forgive yourself, or you're searching for where you're trying to forgive yourself. For some reason, I can't remember the first one. Somebody in the comments said it, I just can't remember it. I believe they said you trying to forgive them, and then the second one was I'm trying to forgive you, and then the third one, now I'm trying to forgive myself, right? Because when you think about things, when it comes to the type of actions and emotions and the type of things that you expect from other people. Sometimes you can't expect that from other people unless you've expected it from yourself. It's fitting that it's the third one, because it's almost as if trials and tribulations have led you to this third one, right? Led you to believe that none of these other two can happen until you forgive yourself. And then once you're able to forgive yourself, that's when you can learn how to forgive others. Or the third one was like, what was the second one? So I dubbed the Unforgiven. Oh man, I don't know. I feel like I'm somewhere in that. I have to go back and look at what that comment said to put things in light. But this one is going to be my favorite, just because of that solo. That solo just rang true, and it just lashed out at emotions so quickly, and I absolutely love it. This is the reason why I like listening to metal, right? This isn't something that I would have normally listened to, but ever since, oh man, I really wish I can I really hope I can get my old reactions back, because my first ever reaction to Metallica was the song One, and I was just flying off the handles on that one. It was actually one of my most watched videos on my channel before it got deleted. I am actively trying to get those videos back. Hopefully I can. But once I discovered Metallica and just metal in general, and was actively and consciously listening to it, I started seeing similarities between metal and jazz, especially when it came to ringing out emotions and stuff. You know, I used to be one of those thinkers where metal is all devil worshiping and all that bull crap. I know now, or I knew back then, that's all just a bunch of bull. As a matter of fact, some really positive messages can be heard in metal and nowhere else. And not only that, also to the fact, since they put emotion and they put concept and there's music theory in their music, it's going to sound a whole lot better than anything else you're going to listen to. So it's unfortunate that most people, especially in my circle, won't give metal a chance, mostly because of just the guitars and everything. It's more so, it's really just ignorance is bliss, right? You don't know what you don't know. So if you ain't gonna give it a chance, then don't do it. But I'm so glad I gave it a chance. I'm so glad I landed on Metallica, because I'm gonna go in and say that they are pretty much my gateway into metal music. And I'm so glad. I don't think I could have chosen a better band to usher a new fan into metal than Metallica. And they just keep proving me right and right again. That's why I like to keep reacting to them. Them and right now, my two favorite metal bands will probably be Metallica and Gojira. I like Gojira's because they're just brutal. It's just something about their sound that I just absolutely love. But this one was amazing. We have now finished all the trilogies. Y'all go ahead and let me know down in the comments which one of the three was your favorite and why. I will be reading them just like I read every other comment. All right, y'all. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.